Welcome back to Daytime. What we are looking at is where do I start? Could you imagine going gluten-free, sugar-free, and dairy-free? That's something I'm trying to do, and a lot of people are also trying to do because these are things that we're often intolerant to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, a dietitian once told me that if you eat a food every day, then you can develop an intolerance to it. And if you think about it, these are in pretty much everything that we eat every day.
It's so true. It's so true. Bring us up to speed as to what we were doing. We're making a raisin bread.
Yes, so the raisin loaf has no gluten, dairy, sugar, or yeast, because yeast can be a problem for some people as well. And we just made some very simple substitutions. There's some simple substitution charts in my book.
I love it.
And we're just about to add the last ingredient
All
to the
right,
recipe.
let's add it in here. Raisins.
So 1 cup of raisins. And you can find organic raisins that have no sugar added in Loblaws.
Okay, good to know. Now let's talk about some of the substitutions, because I'm sure you have it all in memory now. If you wanted to substitute 1 cup of flour, what would that be then in?
So there's a lot of choices. That's good. You can leave that. There's a lot of different choices for 1 cup of flour. My simplest one that I use in a lot of baking is half and half sweet rice flour and brown rice flour.
As we just did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you always want to keep the same volume of flour. So if it's 1 cup in your recipe, that means it's half cup of brown rice, half cup of sweet rice flour.
Okay.
Right.
And the sweet rice flour gives you that binding quality like we were talking before the break. And then it also will help it rise.
How about substituting half a cup or a 1/4 cup of sugar? What do you substitute that
Well,
with?
for sugar, there's a couple things. So, like we used in this recipe, we used maple syrup. The other thing you can use is stevia, and that's over there.
Right.
And it comes in liquid or powder form. A lot of people complain that stevia has a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, I don't put it in my coffee.
I actually have tried a lot of stevias, and I find it's actually what else is in there. So if you find a pure stevia like this, the powder is only stevia, and the liquid is only stevia and water, then those don't have that bitter aftertaste to it.
Maybe, I don't know if someone's grabbing a shot of these, because this is good to know.
And
Let's try to
stevia
get
is
a close-up.
it's about 800 times sweeter than sugar, so you need very little. I use a 1/4 teaspoon of the powder for 1 cup of sugar.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that stuff's powerful.
Yes.
All natural, powerful stuff. It's from a plant, right?
Yes,
Found
it's from Paraguay, yeah.
Yeah, really interesting. Okay, so our next step, I guess we could just pour that in.
Yeah,
it goes in the
exactly.
oven. For how long?
So I put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 50 minutes. You just have to keep an eye on it. The trick to it is once you pour this batter into a bread loaf pan, and I've lined this one with parchment paper, you just sort of draw a line in the middle, because you know how breads, they split? If you draw a line in the middle, split in the middle.
Okay, it'll split in the right way.
Yeah,
Look at you,
exactly.
perfectionist. I love it. That's so great. And that's essentially it. It's a ta-da, right?
That's it, and it's really easy. And you know, I only have bread once in a while. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's pull it out. This is really the moment Christian and I have been waiting for, because it looks so delicious.
Love it.
Now, if we're going dairy-free, what can I put on my bread?
So dairy-free,
no
if you
butter?
can't have butter, this is coconut oil.
Love that stuff.
And coconut oil is really great as sort of a
As a spread.
spreadable fat. And the other thing you can use for butter and baking, right, is grapeseed oil, of course.
That's nice.
That's really good.
It's actually delicious, and it's really what I need right now. I'm going to save this for later. And also, what's special about the coconut oil is, maybe you can talk on this too, when you, let's say if you're making chicken, you're frying it up with just a little bit of oil, the coconut oil doesn't lose its good properties at high temperatures?
Coconut oil is good. I would recommend for frying or high temperatures to use grapeseed oil. That's what I use personally.
That's what I use, but I heard that this stuff is better for that. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's up to you.
Yeah.
Whatever your preference is. Coconut oil does also have a nice taste to it. So
It does.
if you like it, then
it's soft. But you don't really, it doesn't taste too coconutty either.
No, it doesn't. It's
Just so
actually
people
very,
know.
very subtle.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing some lower temperature baking, maybe if you're just stir frying some vegetables on, say, medium heat, then I would use olive oil, because that's very, very healthy.
Neat. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Author Victoria Ye, right here. Where do I start? I love it. You learned so much.
Look at the recipes, and they look really good, too. So if you don't know where to start, that is a place to go for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. And are your is your book everywhere in all the stores, or
My
essentially
book
online?
right now, the best place to find it is at glutenfreeliving.ca. It's also going to be at a couple libraries and in health food stores and naturopathic clinics. Glutenfreeliving.ca is the place to start, though.
Great. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Oh,
I know,
good. She gives me all the answers. Love it.